play here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Here is Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Young to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2. Young going to give to Brooks. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Panthers at 6-3 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Young. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
You look at this Carolina defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. That one complete to McConkey. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Herbert back to the air. That's caught over the middle by Fant. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 9 yards that time.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Herbert. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this 1st drive.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now here's Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice game for a 1st down.
It's caught at the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 30 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the 1st quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw, Young. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, second and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. You look at this Carolina defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Herbert now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Herbert. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rivers, touchdown, Chargers.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Young to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. Young. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now Young. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. Up the middle with Brooks here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Young. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact, the forcing completion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. The Charger drive about to get going. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so that can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run it here with Rivers. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Here's Rivers. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers about ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing, Young. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Young will set to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers offense back onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Short throw to Dissly. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he's into the hands of Coleman downfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Young to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. 3rd down, Young from the gun. That throw right side here going to be incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment.
And he's in for the touchdown. Final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a 1-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan in it. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within 1 score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you worked on all week long.
So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to our land. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's Herbert. Pass complete there to McCool. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On the ground is Rivers. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, Herbert. This is Fant on the short completion. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is the tight end Fant. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Back to throw. Herbert. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw. Herbert steps away to his... And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Chargers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up the touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that will put them on top here in the third. And able to get this out to the 25. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
38-yard line, second and 9. Out of the gun, it's Young. That's to the sideline and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. The Charger drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Flushed out right. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Chargers first down.
They run with Rivers, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Herbert now. That's caught over the middle by Fant.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 46. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Panthers' 42-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Rivers. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up third down
Here's Herbert. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Roughing the passer.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Herbert. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Carolina offense about ready to go. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. To throw, Young. Got a man, that's Ligon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, 66 yards. And the Panthers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, this is Fant on the short completion. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Rivers. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. incomplete to McConkey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's the
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
first and 10 of the 21-yard
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Young to throw it. That one complete till again. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing. Young. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here is Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Young off the play fake. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Coleman has it here right side. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Herbert. This is Fant on the short completion. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Herbert going to throw.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Now Herbert. This is caught.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
The 1-yard line.
Herbert to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Quick throw there is incomplete. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a win here for the Panthers, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So for the Panthers, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.